In the quiet town of Willow Creek, there stood an old hospital with a troubled past. Despite its ominous reputation, the hospital remained operational, serving the community's medical needs. However, little did anyone know that within its walls lay a dark secret waiting to be unearthed. It all began with Sarah, a young nurse working the night shift at the hospital. Sarah had always been fascinated by dreams, believing them to hold hidden truths about the subconscious mind. One night, as she dozed off in the break room during her break, Sarah found herself in a strange dream. In her dream, Sarah wandered through the empty corridors of the hospital, the air thick with an eerie silence. Shadows danced along the walls, and distant whispers echoed through the halls. Despite her growing unease, Sarah pressed on, drawn by an unknown force deeper into the hospital's depths. As she ventured further, Sarah stumbled upon a forgotten wing of the hospital, long abandoned and sealed off from the rest of the building. Curiosity piqued. She pushed open the heavy doors and stepped inside, the darkness swallowing her whole. Within the abandoned ward, Sarah's dream took a sinister turn. Ghostly apparitions materialized before her, their hollow eyes staring into her soul. Desperate to escape the nightmare, Sarah turned to flee, but found herself trapped within the confines of the dream. Suddenly, Sarah jolted awake, her heart racing and beads of sweat dotting her brow. Disoriented, she struggled to make sense of her surroundings, the remnants of the dream still lingering in her mind. Determined to shake off the unsettling experience, Sarah returned to her duties, dismissing the dream as nothing more than a figment of her imagination. However, as the night wore on, strange occurrences began to unfold within the hospital. Patients reported seeing shadowy figures lurking in the corners of their rooms, and whispered voices echoed through the empty hallways. Sarah couldn't shake the feeling of unease that gripped her, sensing that something sinister was at play. As the disturbances escalated, patients began to fall into a deep slumber, their dreams plagued by the same haunting visions that had tormented Sarah. Desperate for answers, Sarah delved into the hospital's dark history, uncovering a long-forgotten tragedy that had befallen the abandoned ward. Driven by a sense of duty, Sarah ventured into the abandoned wing, determined to confront the malevolent force that lurked within. As she stepped through the threshold, Sarah found herself transported back into the realm of her dreams, the boundary between reality and nightmare blurring before her eyes. Within the dream ward, Sarah faced the embodiment of the hospital's darkest secrets, a vengeful spirit seeking retribution for the sins of the past. With courage and determination, Sarah confronted the spirit, unraveling the mysteries that had haunted the hospital for generations. As the first light of dawn broke through the darkness, Sarah emerged from the dream ward victorious, the malevolent spirit vanquished, and the hospital's troubled past lay to rest. Though the nightmare was over, Sarah knew that the echoes of the dream ward would linger in her mind forever, a reminder of the thin veil that separates the waking world from the realm of nightmares.